A baby food smoothie? A fancy dessert that might have been too fancy? These foods didn't just flop at Costco. One might have pissed off an entire state.
I like the Costco food court.
Even a hardcore Costco enthusiast may be surprised to hear that Costco at one point sold a cheeseburger. That's because it was only tested in Seattle and a handful of other stores starting in 2017. It lasted until 2020, when the Costco Corporation announced without explanation that the cheeseburger would no longer be served. So where did things go wrong for the Costco cheeseburger? It all started when early reviewers compared the burger to that of the beloved New York hamburger franchise, Shake Shack. It is uncertain exactly who made this comparison first, but it did no favors for this experimental menu item. Some reviews hyper-focused on the comparison. They criticized the burger for not matching Shake Shack's delicate smash burger-style patties, and instead smothering the eater with too much meat. One user on Instagram shared their thoughts in a 2018 post, writing, "The Costco next to my house sells cheeseburgers. It's supposed to be a Shake Shack clone, not even close." To top things off, the cheeseburger did not appear to have been tested alongside French fries on any menus. An unusual choice, considering that some Costco food court locations have sold French fries. In the end, it's hard to say exactly what sounded the death knell for Costco's organic cheeseburger, but it did not live up to the hype. There is no match for the rich and complex flavor of traditional al pastor. The smoky heat of chili peppers and the subtle sweetness of pineapple partner perfectly with tender pork shoulder. That's probably why the vegan al pastor salad never gained any traction on the Costco food court menu. Not only did its healthy plant-based protein disappoint omnivorous patrons, but it also frustrated those expecting authentic Mexican flavors. The salad was made from soy al pastor, chopped romaine lettuce, black beans, olives, dressing, and so-called banh mi vegetables. The banh mi vegetables were an unusual addition and a source of complaints from certain shoppers who weren't expecting Asian-style vegetables or olives in what should be a Mexican-style dish. Ultimately, the reviews for this salad were mixed, even from vegans who barely had other options in the food court. According to reports on Reddit, the al pastor salad was discontinued sometime around 2018. Employees cited poor sales as the reason for its demise. Whether or not this was because it was made from imitation meat is hard to say for certain, but it is mostly vegans who seem to be asking for its return. The Costco Açaí Bowl may be the most disliked menu item in the history of the Discount Warehouse's food court. It was added to the menu in 2018 to increase the number of healthy dining options, and then discontinued shortly after in 2020. While it did collect some fans in its 2-year run, the majority of consumers either tried it once and moved on, or never found a compelling reason to order it in the first place. In retrospect, the issue with the Açaí Bowl may be that it didn't fit in with the rest of Costco's core menu. It was not quite sweet enough to replace dessert options like the hand-dipped ice cream bars, and not quite filling enough to replace a full meal like the chicken bake. It was also one of the more expensive menu items at $4.99. And despite being marketed as a healthy food option, it was surprisingly high in sugar, with estimates ranging between 30 grams and 41 grams of sugar. So it failed with the health food crowd, the value shoppers, and the dessert enthusiasts. Brutal reviews started rolling in right away. One Twitter user said it tasted like lush bath bombs and regret. Costco's customers clearly weren't craving the tart and earthy flavor of acai. Customers felt there were better options on the menu for them, so the bowl flopped hard.
Costco giving customers quite a shock with its new addition to the food court.
Costco's roast beef sandwich isn't the worst sandwich ever released by the company, but it doesn't stand a chance against the rest of the items on the food court's value-focused menu. On top of lacking in the flavor department, the sandwich also debuted at a price of $9.99. What? Customers felt downright insulted to be offered a cold sandwich with no side or beverage for the same price as a whole 18-inch Costco pizza. And although the roast beef itself is of high quality, it can't save this sandwich from its own staleness. The roast beef sandwich consisted of a large helping of sliced roast beef, topped with onion relish, lettuce, roasted cherry tomatoes, red onions, and a mayo mustard mixture served on an artisan roll. One of the biggest criticisms of the sandwich when it debuted was how dry it tasted because of the giant bread roll it was served on. Users in one Reddit thread reached a quick consensus, with one writing, "Just got one. Feels a bit too dry for me. Not getting it again." Another shared, "Looks super dry, like the Sahara." Another commenter predicted, I don't see this sandwich being around for too long. It's very un-Costco-like. The closest thing this sandwich got to a positive review was, I tried it today. It's decent. Definitely dry. Was large enough for 2 people. But I don't think it will stay at Costco too long. It's hard to tell if Costco simply can't get sandwiches right, or if any meat and bread related option automatically struggles to compete with the hot dog and soda combo. In either case, the Costco food court's barbecue beef brisket sandwich was never destined for greatness. Though not as expensive or dry as the roast beef sandwich, the Costco barbecue beef brisket sandwich still barely lasted 2 years before it was silently removed from food court menus nationwide. Food court goers who tried the sandwich between 2018 and 2020 seemed to love it, but that still couldn't save it from being discontinued. For a kitchen that is defined by the longevity of its most popular items, a 2-year run is the closest you can get to a Costco food court flop. It's not clear exactly why it went away. The pandemic, a desire for more healthy food court items, and simple menu turnover may have all played a role. At $4.99, the barbecue brisket sandwich was also one of the most expensive menu items at the time of its release. And ultimately, price-sensitive consumers will default back to the juggernaut, the $1.50 all-beef hot dog. The beef chili with beans is an interesting example of a Costco food court item that may have flopped for reasons other than flavor. Customers generally agreed that the chili was pretty decent and combined deliciously with the hot dog to make an impromptu chili dog. Yet it was discontinued in 2023, alongside other generally liked items such as the Caesar salad and the combo pizza. The fact that it was removed alongside other items likely had to do with maintaining the razor-thin margins at the Costco food court. However, this chili's role in some regional recipe drama could possibly have contributed to its demise. Costco's beef chili chose the losing side in the long-standing debate as to whether or not chili should contain beans. The debate is serious business to native Texans who strongly believe beans do not belong in chili. And Texas has some authority here, as chili con carne was first popularized there, and it is the state dish. One Twitter user perfectly summed up the thought process of a Texan visiting the food court with their tweet, "Ooh, Costco has chili. Never mind, it has beans." Outside of Texas, this issue likely didn't affect the general public's opinion of Costco's chili. But can you really call it a success when your chili defies the traditions of Texas? Not if it's no longer on the menu. Plus, who knows, maybe it would have ultimately succeeded if it didn't have beans.
Okay, I think I know what would help right now.
What?
Frozen chocolate gelato!
The Costco food court has served many desserts over the years, but none have been as fancy or refined as the company's gelato. And yet, it's only ever been offered at 16 different stores in the US, according to a 2010 post from the Costco Insider website. And despite a handful of positive remarks online praising the gelato, it didn't seem to be a popular purchase at the locations where it was available. Users reported quite the deal on the gelato, with 3 scoops in a waffle cone priced at just $1.50. But one Reddit user commented, "Not once did I ever see anybody actually order it." According to an account on a different Reddit thread, the dish was considered a failure long before it was pulled from stores in 2015. That said, failure in this case seems to be measured by profitability and not popularity because the customer response was overall positive. In the end, though, the affordable pricing and reliable flavor of other popular Costco desserts, like the churro or frozen yogurt, won out. If you regularly visit the Costco food court, you may be surprised to learn that it sells a mango smoothie. That's because it is currently failing hard in its limited test markets and will likely be disappearing for good soon. The mango smoothie was first tested in Australia in early 2023, then made its way to the US by way of Hawaii. It is now also sold at Costco locations in Oklahoma, Washington, and California. Don't expect to find it soon in a Costco near you if you don't live in these states, though. The early reviews are largely negative. We've seen some truly savage reviews on the Costco mango smoothie on social media, where people are simultaneously mourning the recently discontinued fruit smoothie and dissing its mango-flavored successor. The most brutal review states, "Costco's new mango smoothie is trash. The color looks weird and it tastes like baby food." It's possible that customers simply aren't accustomed to desserts without added sugar. But either way, the mango smoothie is not expected to last long at Costco stores with the kind of reception it has had.